it's me, Jen, your Pudgy Picker. Today's video, as you notice in the title below, is part 2 of my bulk, bulq.com, boxes that I purchased. I want to give you information on how I got things, if I got things listed, how much I got them listed for, what's my projected profit, the issue I had with the second box and the throws, what did I do about that, was there any resolution to that, etc., etc., and have I sold anything that was in the boxes. So before I get into that, I'm going to leave a number right here. That's where you want to start, because I'm going to have a mini baby rant. Been on YouTube for 4 years. I don't do rants. I don't complain. I don't get mad. A lot of the comments in this video that I did, the first one, it got under my skin. I'm going to be honest with you. My whole idea of having this video in the first place was to try and experiment, to see. I saw a lot of people hauling items from bulk. I wanted to try it myself. I'm an experienced seller. I don't make, 6 figures. I'm going to tell you that from the outset. I wanted to, pick it up, try it, list it, see how it goes. This is a long-term experiment. I like long-tail items. I don't want to churn and burn. I don't get something and immediately try and get rid of it. If that is your business motto, I'll tell you right now, this is not for you. This type of ordering is not for you. These items, like I said in the first video, are returns, shelf pulls, overstock, etc. So these are items that did not sell right away. So the idea is they may take a while to sell, and some may not ever sell. Because everything I buy, whether I get it from garage sales, thrift stores, estate sales, bulk, auctions, anywhere, not everything I pick sells. I know. Everybody has duds, no matter if you've been reselling 20, 30 years or a year. You're going to have duds, you're going to have things that don't sell, whatever. So some of the comments, all the way from, hey, don't talk so long. My battery's dying on my phone. How about, this is my channel, and if I want to blab, I'll blab. I talk a lot. That's part of my charm. So, I don't know. Also, people say, you act like you didn't know what you were getting. And so I thought you were surprised. I wasn't surprised. I knew the manifest. You can see what it is. You can look up the information. You could do your research and whatever. There's the paper. So I was kind of like, ooh, look, oh, wow, look at this. No, I wasn't surprised. I knew what was coming in the box, but I was excited because it was something new. It was a different way of sourcing. It was a new experience. I've also had, looks to me like you'll only break even at best. Everything you got is cheap and it's everywhere. Why, why don't you, I hate to see people throwing away their money on junk you could buy anywhere. Do something charitable and use that money for needy homeless people. I had also another people say, hey, maybe you could just donate all those blankets to this cause or that cause. And while that's fine, I don't talk about my charitable contributions to any cause. There are things I regularly donate to. And it's nobody's business. I consider that a very private matter. I don't know. Someone even alluded to the fact that I'm just a bored housewife that might have a shopping and hoarding addiction. Okay, you caught me. No. And these are, keep in mind, these are comments from over 20,000 views on this video of people who have never heard of Pudgy Picker, have no idea, have never watched probably a video that I've ever made. I've been on YouTube for 4 years. I'm not new to the game. I'm not new to YouTube. I'm not new to eBay. I'm not new to reselling. I reselled for many years before I became a YouTuber. So, so I guess that's part of it. Where's part 2? It's here. You're watching now. A lot of people, hey, I enjoyed it. Interesting. Somebody said, I am always shocked by how many people leave negative and Debbie Downer comments. I knew that I would get a lot of, you know, downer comments on this because people have very strong opinions. There's people that said, hey, man, I've ordered from them. I got lots of good stuff. I've done really well. A couple people said, man, I had really bad experiences. I totally understand it. I totally get it. I'm not advocating in any way that people do this themselves. I guess what bothered me, I'm kind of scrolling. I'm scrolling through some of the comments. Bulk is the only one making money here. I don't begrudge Bulk making money. They're a company. This is America. If you don't want to buy from them, then don't buy from them. Nobody has a gun to your head. Nobody's saying this is the best way on the planet to source. Even I'm not saying that. Even I didn't say that in the first video. I think a lot of people took it as my video was advocating this is the way to sell. I think this is great. This is what you should do. It was an experiment. I told you kind of what I was interested in, what I wasn't happy with. I thought I gave a pretty fair unboxing, new to me kind of review. Let's see. Also, somebody even said, eBay is a scam. Don't do this. I had to laugh at that one. I just thought it was funny. Some people say, you know, your box looks a lot better than mine. Somebody said they have a box of returns. A lot of things are broken and damaged. That's another thing you really have to consider is if you're buying this, you have to consider the condition you're getting it in, and there's no guarantee anything could work in the box if it's a return or, you know, etc. A couple of people said, hey, great, honest review. You know, some people says they've bought from other places. They've done well. Other people say, wow, that's great. I'd love one, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't seem like it's enough profit. Not something I'd buy. Sheets aren't my thing. That's great. I mean, I know that a lot of things here aren't everyone's cup of tea. What else? A lot of people said, hey, just found your channel. That's awesome. You know, you can see some of the other things I sell. Plus people said, hey, you don't get a paper manifest. You have to print it yourself. Yeah, I figured that out. So, and someone even told me I have a twin in Arizona. She must be a beautiful lady. Anyway, yeah. So I guess when all is said and done, the issue I had and the comments I had a problem with were ones that I don't know. I'm trying to choose my words carefully because I'm a good person and I don't want to vent and be angry and upset. But the idea that I personally am misleading people who can barely make ends meet to spend their way foolishly in a way that they're not going to make any money, and I'm selling some pipe dream and it's some scheme, is offensive to me as a person. I love reselling. It's the hardest job I've ever done. It's not for everyone. And I think if you're having a hard time making ends meet, this is absolutely not the prime way to source. I think it has its place. I think some people will do well, other people not so much. To tell, me to some extent that I'm a bored housewife and I might be a hoarder with a shopping addiction. These are comments from people who have never watched any of my videos. They don't know what I do. They don't know anything about it. So, that being said, I'm not even sure if I'm going to post this. I may do this rant video and then just say, you know what? I'll just do one strict with my numbers and just leave it at that. So I had to erase probably 3 or 4 messages or 3 or 4 comments, and I answered back people who, I don't know, I answered some people back because I wanted people to understand, look, me making this video was not advocating this site and not saying it was the end-all, be-all. So I guess that's what I really wanted to say. There's no get-rich-quick schemes on this planet that work, because if they worked, everyone would have money and wouldn't have any issues with money. I don't know. It just kind of disappoints me in a way. And maybe I'm getting enough subscribers now that I know I'm going to get comments that aren't very nice. And if I get a downright nasty or mean comment, I just delete it. If somebody says something or they have a concern or they misunderstood, I'd like to say, hey, wait a minute, let me explain myself, even though some people say I don't have to, whatever. Okay, so this rant is over. I may just edit this out totally, I'm not sure. If I did just add this, I'm at 11:46, right there, 11:46. This is where I'm going to tell people to go to. Hi, everybody, if you want to see just the numbers. Okay, box number 1, I spent $84.46. Box number 2, with the throws, I spent $65.92. As I showed in the first one, I had an issue with some of it being just stuffed in the box. It had no labeling whatsoever, no tags, no ribbon, no hanger, no nothing that showed that it was shelf ready, as they say. Saying if you have an issue, they'll be glad to take care of it. I took that to heart. I called them. I called Bulk the next day after the unboxing, and I said, excuse me, I've ordered 2 boxes from you. First one, everything was exactly as I expected it to be. Very pleased, very happy. Everything was great. Second box, both of them were listed as brand new. I said there was no labeling. One of the throws was had tape, like packing tape wrapped around it. The other ones were in there. They had no labeling, no tags, nothing to show that it was shelf ready. They told me, we're very sorry that happened. We will refund you most of what you paid for the box. Now, after I got off the phone, I was like, yeah, that's great, blah, blah, blah. I talked to him, I explained myself. And it was, after the fact, I'm like, that's kind of a weird number they came to. They refunded me $30.04. And they do it by the method in which you paid, which I believe, don't quote me on this, I did PayPal. So they just reversed $30.04. So the second box, in essence, cost me $35.88. So I paid $5.88 and $30 shipping for that second box. Everything that I was going to list is listed. I listed the sheets. I listed almost all the blankets. I got some wide ribbon. I wrapped it around, twisted it, wrapped it around, made a bow. So I sold them or have them listed as new without tags. Some people said, oh, those look used. They were not used. It was very evident from the fur and from how things were that they were new. So, I don't know, I'm still thinking about my rant. Anyway, things I did not list, there was a bamboo mat. It had an extra piece of, like, I guess it had holes drilled through it, and that's how they strung the slats together. One end, it was hanging out. If you look in the video, you can see it's like a big piece of plastic hanging out. And I was like, ooh, I better open that. I did. It was busted. No easy fix because they had little beads between the slats of bamboo. And there was no easy fix. Otherwise, I would have fixed it. That was not listed, the white blanket. Also, once I got the tape cut off and I looked at it, it had a scuff. I did not feel good selling it as new. So I washed it. Of course, then it's not new. I ended up keeping that. It came out of the wash beautifully. It was much bigger than the other one, so I really liked it. It was bigger than the 50 by 60 inches. The Knox Rose jacket, cardigan, robe, whatever you want to call it. Just donated that. No interest in selling that. There was a kid's throw blanket that was from the Target spot. Somebody said, I saw it was $3. It was $5. Either way, it is now my dog Tater's blanket. So I did not put that up. So I put up all the sheets. I put up the 2 bath mats. I put up all the throws. There was 5, I think I listed. Pink one, the Yeti one, I called it. 2 gray ones and a brown one. So those were listed. Everything. Oh, there was also pillow shams. There was 1 burgundy, 2 gray. Those are listed. Within 10 minutes, the 2 gray shams sold. I had somebody bought both of them. They paid me $33.98 excluding shipping for those 2. So that's one thing that sold literally right away. Things have been listed maybe a week, week and a half by now. So thus far, that's all sold. I added up what I am asking for the items on eBay. I do it by it now. I do not do or best offer on these items because I came out with a solid number. I think I put like $24.99 on the sheets. So my the cost of what I have everything listed for, what I expect when it sells I will make, is $431.90. Now, of course, that does not include eBay fees, PayPal fees, etc. So I spent $120.34 and we'll make $431.90 minus, of course, the fees. That being said, I'm happy with that amount of profit. I know it's going to take a little while for these items to sell. Again, these are shelf pulls, overstock, returns, etc. that are offered on this site. So these are items that did not sell quickly for the manufacturer. And some of them were even marked down, and they did not sell from the manufacturer or from the store. So I totally get that. I'm okay with that. I'm a long tail kind of girl. It's all good. So I guess my opinion in the long haul, what exactly am I going to do? Am I going to buy again? Am I going to make this a regular thing? Am I, oh, I've signed them off. I'm never going to, do anything with them again. I don't think, I know for sure this is not a regular thing. I know almost certainly that will be a rare place that I shop or buy from. And that may change over time. Right now, even the brand new and new items, a lot of the things are Christmas stuff. So I think a lot of the things you're going to find on there seem to be seasonal. That being said, as seasons change and as things are offered or as things change to get rid of stuff, excuse me, I may find something I want to sell. Who knows? This is not going to be anywhere near my prime sourcing spot. I love to get something for $2 at a thrift store and sell it for $25. I can't, between garage sales and thrift stores and auctions, I cannot beat that profit margin anywhere else. Anywhere else. Bulk included. I just can't make that amount of profit. So if I have to make at least double on everything I sell. And when it comes to garage sales and thrift stores, I can make 10 times as much or 30 times as much, depending on the item and what I sell it for. So this, my primary way of sourcing, is not going to change. This was an experiment. It was something to try. It was, you know, a way to jump on the bandwagon, if you might, you know, say. The good things that came from that video were I gained a lot of subscribers. I think people were like, hey, wow, I never heard of you before. And even one comment was, your name is Pudgy Picker. I was like, I said, yeah, it is. It's not the name on my birth certificate, but that's me. Hey, maybe I'll use that for my thumbnail. So yeah, am I going to buy from them again? Maybe. Anytime soon? Probably not. I live in northeastern Ohio near Cleveland, and garage sales is a season. It is not something I do year-round, unfortunately. It's snowing right now. I'm looking out my window. So the fact is, I'm probably not going to be buying from them for some time. If I do, I would definitely not buy anything other than brand new or like new. Just because the uncertainty and the amount of money that I'm spending, I don't like risk. I'm not a gambler. This business, to an extent of buying and reselling, is a gamble. Because you don't know what you're going to find. You don't know how it's going to sell. Oh, wow, this item is going to really sell. People are going to love it. Nope, it sits. Nobody wants it. eBay, wow, this is a great item. I put it on there. 6 months later, I look and I go, what was I thinking? Why did I list it? Whatever the case might be, I am a list it and forget it kind of girl when it comes to eBay. Whatever, please don't tell me I'm wrong for doing that. I do things the way I choose to do them. I think that you need to figure out your own business. I know people who buy storage auctions or storage units for auction. I know people who source in all different kinds of ways. Can you make a lot of money, you know, doing like storage auctions? If you know what you're doing. If you have a place to unload it. I could have the Hope Diamond sitting on my desk. I could have awesome stuff. But if I don't have it listed and I don't know who to sell it to, I'm not going to make any money. Or I may not make as much money as I could somewhere else. So, yeah, this reselling gig is a risk. And I am not a risky person. I don't gamble. I just don't see the thrill in taking a chance. That's just me. And to a certain extent, like I said, this business is a gamble. So, you know, you put your best foot forward, you do your research, you have an avenue of selling things, and you buy something you think people are going to enjoy, and then you put it out there and you hope that it sells, you hope someone buys it, you hope they buy it for the price that you have it, and that is the name of the game. So, am I advocating bulk? No. Do I think you should go and spend $100 at a garage sale on stuff? Unless you know what you're doing, no. If you are having a hard time taking care of or feeding your family, do not buy stuff and take the chance to resell it. Do something less risky. So, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to post this. I know I just needed to get on here and talk and see, you know, just see how my mind went. And, you know, you guys who have been watching me a long time, you know what my intention is in showing you what I get. And you know that I'm a good and honest person and that I am just showing you one of many ways of reselling. There's as many ways to resell as there are YouTubers who resell. There's just so much information. If you are trying to get into this business, you need to do your research and you need to have a platform or several platforms to sell on. I can sell local. I have an antique booth. I sell on eBay. I'll do Facebook groups. I have a plethora of ways to peddle my merchandise. So, and that's what it's required. So, okay. I guess I'm going to end this video. And even be afraid to say, if you liked this video, leave a comment down below. And hey, if your phone is running low and I talk too long, you're probably not here to hear this message, so that's okay. So please give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. I'm almost afraid to ask. If you leave a mean or snarky comment, you will be erased. Yeah. So, okay, I guess that's all I have to say. I will see you next time, and it'll probably be at least another 3 to 4 years before I have another rant. I promise. Maybe not. See you next time. Get out there, find some good stuff, find a way to sell it, make some money, pay off those bills, go on that vacation, save for that house, do what's important to you. That's what it's all about. I'll see you next time. Bye.